Be careful what you pray for because you just might get it. Some of you may be praying for God keep the distractions at bay. And when he keeps the distractions at bay, you take that as man rejecting you. But did you not pray for God to keep the distractions at bay? And some of you may not be emotionally equipped to handle what it is that you ask God for. Think the enemy wants you to think you're being rejected, but it's not rejection. God's like, hey, listen, you prayed that I lift up a standard against the enemy, and that is exactly what I'm doing. You prayed that I will keep everyone who is not good for you to the side, and that's what I'm doing. So when you realize no one is coming towards you, no one's calling you, no one's emailing you, no one's checking for you, you're like, oh my gosh, in complete isolation and people are now rejecting me. No, you prayed for this. You prayed that God would keep the distractions at bay. So I want to tell you, don't take your answered prayers as a negative thing, because see, if we look at it like, oh my gosh, God, people are rejecting me now we're taking on the identity of rejection. We're clothing ourselves in rejection, right? And now, because we feel now that we're clothed in rejection, we start to feel bad. We start to internalize it. Then we start to feel sad. Then we start to feel depressed. Then we start to feel anxious because no one seems to care. And then we start to think about all these thoughts of no one caring, no one loves me. No, and it will take you further than you need to go. You prayed for this, okay? You prayed for this. So some of you prayed for it. Okay. Some of you prayed that God would keep the distractions at bay. Some of you prayed that God will keep you focused. Some of you prayed that God would close doors. Some of you even prayed that God, I pray that this person would stop liking me or stop loving me, because maybe it's hurting you and you can't bear it. So then now your phone doesn't ring, the person doesn't call you, and now you're sad because you're no longer getting those phone calls, but that's what you prayed for. Right? So if you're not ready for something, don't pray for it, because God is in the business of answering prayers.